Oh, yeah, you got the... Well, I was going to say something funny, but I failed you. I was going to
Oh,
say...
man.
Who the fuck's the cunt that lives on Drury Lane? Drury Lane?
The fucking Muffin Man.
Alright, well, we've already plugged our Twitter. We've already plugged our YouTube. We've already plugged your mom's ass. Fuck, bro. Craig. Oh, that static just came in hot, bro. Get rid of it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It actually has a badass beat. Okay.
Well, that's good at least.
Today is the 24th, and the idea is that we're going to release this episode on Halloween. So when you guys get this beautiful sound in your eardrums, that means it'll be Halloween. And so with that, I say, Happy Halloween.
Yeah, and we would have already had told some spooky stories on last week's episode, but you guys didn't get to hear that because it was unusable. so we're gonna bullshit about Halloween. We're gonna talk about some spooky shit, and hopefully it's enjoyable.
Here's the thing: we do now officially have lost tapes, and just to fill you in, last week's story was about Salem witches and head-banging ghosts. So honestly, you guys truly missed out, and that is your fault for not subscribing to us and getting us money, like monetization. And so we can't really afford proper gear to be able to give you the sweet, sexy little stories that you deserve.
Yeah, this is your guys' fault. So that's what it is.
What I'm saying is just basically step up, tell your friends, tell your grandparents especially. Give us money, and we'll get you some good stories, man. We'll do research and...
Yeah, if you want to send me $5, that's enough.
$5.
I'll slide into my DMs on Twitter.
Here's his
which
address.
You can find via our podcast Twitter, @stories_boys, where you can find mine and Andrew's handles in the bio.
Oh, shit, a little plug real quick, no problem.
Dude. And if you follow us there, I promise...
You'll suck your pee-pee.
Maybe.
He said it. He told me he would. Don't take it back now, Craig. You said it earlier before the podcast.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Okay, sure.
There we go.
Absolutely.
So for today, we have the classic spooky stories, and it is Halloween. And so the goal of today is to send shivers down your ever so curvature spine. With that, we're going to tell you each individual spooky stories that happened to us personally, maybe ones that we've heard, maybe just go on little tangents about spooky things in general. So
I would actually like to kick it off with a tangent. I was going to ask you, what do you think is the most, of all the classic tales of Halloween, what is the most classic one?
Objectively, the oldest dated one?
If someone was like, tell me, the most notoriety, tell me the best Halloween story, the classic one that's been around forever, what would it be?
Oh yeah, the Muffin Man that lives on Drury Lane. That's a classic tale.
Yeah, it's pretty close to what I was gonna say. No, it's the Headless Horseman.
Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, bro, Sleepy Hollow. Ichabod Crane, my guy.
I actually was just listening to podcasts upon Sleepy Hollow, the origins, Ichabod Crane himself, all that stuff going on. It's not as exciting as you think.
No, it's really not. But when it's something that sticks out in my brain when I think about Halloween. If I think about a good Halloween story, I'm like, oh man, Ichabod Crane's out here. You know
what I think of? I think of the the whole razor blades and the apples thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or the cyanide in the candy, shit like that.
When you're putting meth in the candy, bro.
You don't want to kill them. You just want to make them just fucked up forever.
Dude, did you ever? What was your? I assume we trick or treated in the same town.
Yes.
what was the go-to? Like, did you guys do the same thing every single year? Did you guys go to like the same exact houses at the exact same time?
No, we switched it up every year, but we definitely knew which houses had the king sized, if that is what you're asking.
Facts. Well, we did like the exact same thing every year. We would go down
Drury Lane.
to this exactly to Drury Lane where they had this they had like hot dogs and they had a little mini haunted house thing which was dope. And then we would go down, we'd trick or treat, only big houses. If you had a small house, you were not getting my business.
No. Wait,
absolutely not.
Did you go to Sonic to get the corn dogs and stuff, the sherbet?
We did. Well, we did later. That was in between. So yeah, we'd do some trick or treating, wear our asses off. We would always go to our dentist's house.
Oh, because he's like, I need business, so I want to rot your dumbass teeth away.
Well, no. So she's what everybody hates, and she would give out toothbrushes and like an apple. But it was like. But we got so much candy that it really didn't matter. We were just like, we're just out here grocery shopping now. We're getting our toothbrush for this cycle for the next couple months. We've got our toothbrush, so we're just out here playing. We're gaming the system, and then we'd go to Sonic. We get some ice cream out here, corn dogs.
Sure.
And then we used to have in our town we had a little karate dojo, and they'd always put on a cool ass show.
What kind of show? Like a?
Did you ever go? You never went to this?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm assuming the dojo.
Yeah, man. You never went to that?
No, I don't know what that. I didn't know they did a show.
Dude, they would have games, all kinds of shit in there, wow. And then they would put on a show. So like the first year we went, they did like a Batman and Robin thing, and they would just like do this dope karate shit and just do like a fight scene from Batman, and it was so cool.
Wow.
And then the next year they did the Phantom Menace. So they had Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn versus Darth Maul, and like the makeup was like really fucking good on Darth Maul. Like they went all out for this stuff. Wow. And it was really cool. And then that's generally how we'd finish the night. We'd just go home and fucking call it.
Get some candy and razor blades in your mouth.
I got hella razor blades in there, dude.
Nice, dude.
Nah.
But no, mine was pretty similar, but we just trick-or-treating, went home, got some candy, and ate it. And then my dad would go ahead and take all the Almond Joys.
Rightfully so.
And I think Whoppers.
Yeah, I like Whoppers. Like, the taste is good, but I don't want to. I've never once been like, dude, I could really go for some Whoppers right now.
No, it's disgusting. It's malt. All right, I tell you what, Craig. Fuck, marry, kill. Are you ready? You got Reese's, Snickers, Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
Okay. You kill Hershey's Cookies and Cream right away.
Why?
Fuck that.
Oh, wow.
The only good Hershey's is regular milk chocolate Hershey's. That's the only one that is worth a literal fuck. You marry Reese's because that's the one that's going to be by your side for the long haul.
Of course.
And it just tastes the best. And if you can have a one night off with a Snickers, you do it.
Oh, okay. You know what? I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck milk. Fuck cookies and cream. Fucking Hershey.
That's like people's favorite. That's renowned. People love that.
Why is that? That is not renowned. Who's renowning?
People love it.
Who's people?
People,
do you know these people?
I know you. You know them. I know them. People.
I don't know them. I don't know a single soul that enjoys that shit. I was always just Reese's. I would get my favorite candy bars of all time are like probably in this order: Reese's, Kit Kat, Snickers, and then I'm a big Milk Duds guy also.
Yeah. Why?
Dude, Milk Duds are a good time, man. Milk Duds
are literally just the backs of bald black guys' heads.
It looks like fucking. Oh my god! It's like Shaq. Just the back of Shaq's head.
The back of Shaq's head is what a Milk Dud is. Is that racist? Can I not? No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it's not the back of a white guy's head unless it's a white chocolate Milk Dud, of course. Which I've never seen a white chocolate Milk Dud before.
Wait, We should do that.
I mean, I don't think we have the licensing to do that, but we could try. We could call.
Milk Duds, why don't you sponsor us for a sweet new idea?
Can you imagine if they had never thought of white chocolate
They're
milk
literally
duds?
just like, well, since you just gave us that idea, that's ours now. They're gonna release that in the next year, and we're gonna be like, oh,
dude, you know the meme where they're at the boardroom and they're like asking for ideas, and the one guy gives them an idea and they throw him out the window.
Yeah.
That was what happened when someone was like white chocolate milk duds. They threw him out the window. But no, that's the shit. That's candy, man. Milk duds are good. So anyone who hates milk duds, fuck you.
I hate
Anyone who enjoys Whoppers is garbage.
That's true.
Because they taste fine, but they're not good.
It's the consistency. It's gross.
Yeah, like they're good. Like they taste good, but objectively they're bad.
All right. Tell you what, I'm tired of all this candy bullshit. Let's get into some real gritty, spine-tingling terror.
The following podcast is rated R.
Starts Friday. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to tell you a little story about, remember when I very briefly mentioned cyanide in the candy?
Yeah, dog. You mentioned it a couple times. I don't know how brief it was, you know what I mean? But
so here's the deal. I'm gonna tell you the story behind that and like why that's like a popular thought process. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out that's not even like a thing that particularly happened. Like it definitely happened, but it's not like there was like a mass amount of cyanide in children's candies, as far as I know. But the story that everyone's so tripped up about is a man named Ronald Clark O'Brien.
Ron.
Yeah, Ronnie, Shy Ronnie, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was
from Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Ron, stop.
Actually, I think it was California. I think is where he was at.
No,
it was Texas.
Man, I wish they would have done a season in Texas for the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, they kind of wasted their time in Jersey. But basically, he was also known as the Candyman, and he was also known as the man who literally killed Halloween. So basically what happened was, this is in 1974, he straight up put a little bit of potassium cyanide inside of his little boy's pixie stick. You know pixie sticks?
Oh, I know pixie sticks.
It's just sugar in a tube.
It's literally, there's nothing but sugar in there.
It's beautiful. He put some cyanide up there, and his son ate the pixie stick. He started having stomach problems, and then just started vomiting, and then died a very horrible, painful death. And so O'Brien was like, oh no, what the? Must have been allergic to sugar. And then he claimed his son for his life insurance for $100,000. And that's all he wanted. He just wanted a quick $100,000.
Man.
And so basically, within that same batch, because he I don't know how he did it, but he basically made several pixie sticks to give to his son. But that got spread out to, I think it was like 3 to his daughter and 3 other children. And so
hell yeah.
Basically his daughter included with those 3 other children, none of them ate the pixie sticks. Fortunately, it was just his son who perished painfully. And so yeah, they found out what he was doing and how suspicious he was acting sus, bro.
Sus.
And he was convicted of capital murder. And he was sentenced to death, and guess how they killed him?
Dude, probably fucking cyanide to the dick.
Cyanide to his pixie stick, if you catch my drift.
Hell yeah.
No, he was actually lethally injected, so I guess...
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
Exactly. So yeah. Ever since then, people were fucking terrified of having their kids trick-or-treating and getting cyanide in their candy. And so that's a little story about where that kind of fear came from. Did you know that?
I had heard that before.
Oh, really? So I just wasted your time.
No, you didn't waste my time.
Hey, I'm sorry, audience. I'm really sorry. I wasted Craig's time.
Listen, you wasted my time, but you didn't waste their time, and their time is what's important to us, right? Even though my time, I can't get that time back, so whatever. But that shit's crazy that parents have to. They shouldn't have to. Well, also, it just once again, we we send our kids to random strangers' houses. We hope for the best, and then when somebody legitimately like kills a kid, we're like, oh my god,
We're like, what?
I can't believe it. Like, no, yeah, that's kind of like you're asking for it a little bit, like,
Well,
because like not obviously like parents who go with their children
yeah, they
trick or treating.
monitor it.
Yeah, they're monitoring it. It's a lot. I mean, are they gonna do it to their face? But like when the kids get to like 10, 11, 12, they're old enough to kind of do it on their own, and you send them out, like, yeah,
Big groups.
not only are kids stupid, but strangers are also no bueno all the time. So
And
like,
drunk.
yeah, how can you trust? And I wouldn't like if my dog could trick or treat, I wouldn't trust anybody to give my dog anything. I'd be like, fuck you. Like,
That's
absolutely
true.
not.
I think the idea also is it's like it's prepackaged candy. Surely there's no like foul play,
Yeah. Until your neighbor works at the candy plant. Right,
Yeah.
guys?
You Russell Stover's working motherfucker.
Dude, I got an uncle that works for Russell Stover's.
Tell him to stop putting cyanide in candy.
Dude, well, you can't tell him to stop. He's just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I guess. But
He's crazy.
yeah, so I think that's interesting as well. Let me tell you a quick little Halloween story. I literally, one year, I was a mere boy, and I dressed up as my favorite hero of the time, Zorro, from The Legend of Zorro. It was an awesome costume, everyone said it. But
Pencil mustache and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And for a sword, so my brother was a golfer, and he had a whole golf set, and one of his wedges broke, like the top of it broke. So it was just the pole essentially. Like if you took a wedge golf club and you broke the driver part off, it becomes just a pointy stick, right?
Just a big, it's a long ass stick.
Long ass stick. That's exactly what I used for a sword. I thought it was so fucking clever. And so I put that in my waistband as one does. But keep in mind, I am a 5'4" young man. So the first fucking house, my mom stops the car at the end of the street. I hop out the whip, and I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna do some candy, oh boy. And literally, the stick lodges between my legs mid-stride, and I just eat shit. I'm like, I plummet to the ground. I'm like, and there was like a mom and some kids, and the mom was like, are you okay? And I literally was like, and I literally just ran back into my parents' room or car, and I was like, just drive.
I don't even want to do this anymore.
Whose stupid idea was this? And that's a true story. That really did happen.
I stopped trick or treating like at 10.
Which is it? Did you start or stop at 10?
I stopped at 10.
Oh, okay.
Because I started getting really into basketball at that point, and the season now it kicks off around mid-October, but it used to kick off late October, and it happened the year I was 10 to kick off on Halloween, and I was like, my brother was too old for it, he didn't want to do it anymore, and I was like, well, I mean, I'd rather sit here and watch LeBron James, if I'm being totally honest, and so I did that instead, and for 2 years I did that, and then, when I was 12, I haven't trick-or-treated in 2 years, and a couple of my friends were like, listen, we're almost teenagers. We should be able to go out by ourselves. Let's do some fucking dumb shit.
Oh, shit.
Like, let's go out and, like, we'll tell our parents we're trick-or-treating, and we'll fucking go ding-dong ditch, bro.
Oh, shit. Hood rat.
Yeah. Hood rat shit. And so that was the game plan. We were gonna dress up as Halloween. They were like, we're gonna be gangsters, but it was literally like zip-up hoodies, jeans, and a hat.
You guys were just fucking cucks.
Yeah, and they both wore hats all the time, so they're literally just their selves all the time. And I was like, I'll just be me, but I'm wearing a hat today. So that was the game plan. And so I told my mom, I said, hey, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna hang out with my friends. We're gonna go trick or treating, and then we're gonna go stay at Clayton's. And then keep
name dropping everybody too.
Yeah. Exactly.
You said your town and the names.
Did I say the town?
You did. You said.
Okay, shit. Let me run it back. That's not good. So yeah, I hit up my mom. I say, hey, I'm gonna go to town. I'm gonna go trick or treating with my friends, and we're gonna go stay at my friend's house, and we're gonna be in by like 10. And she was like, absolutely not. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what do you mean no? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm 12 years old. I haven't trick or treated in 2 years. And she was like, that's why I don't trust you. She's like, you don't want to trick or treat. And I was like, bro, yes, I do. I just want to go. I just want to hang out with my friends. They want to do it. So I want to go with them. And so obviously we were going to go do some dumb shit. And so my mom and one of my friends' mom were really good friends. So she was like, no, I'm going. She's going. And we're going to be with you the whole time. And I was like, this fucking sucks. And so she was literally like, what are you going as? Like, this is day of. She says, day of, what are you going as? And I was like, we're just going as gangsters. And she's like, yeah, she said, you're absolutely not going as gangsters. She says, because, well, she told me that I can't. Because she's like, I don't want you to be the kid that's not even wearing a costume going up to people's houses and fucking taking their candy. And I was like, this is bullshit. Which obviously now I'm like, yeah, that would have been fucking shitty. But obviously we weren't going to trick or treat anyways. But so she made me. She was like, let's see what we got. And she made me like legit, like out of scrap, come up with a costume, and it was terrible, and I fucking hated it.
Do you know what it was?
And no, it was like it was some kind of weird black hooded thing, and but yeah, and so I looked stupid. Like absolutely stupid. And then it was honestly the lamest night of my life, and I did not go again. I never went again.
Well, you fucking went as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, dude. Well, I scratch that. I didn't dress up ever again, but I did go one other time with my now wife, but that was just because I was like, I would like to date that girl, and she's gonna be in this town trick or treating. What's up? And so I did go. I went out one more time, but I did not ever trick or treat again.
Gotcha.
That's the end of the lineage.
It's nice that you put your silly ass ideologies beside so you can crush some puss. In the nicest way, respect for your wife. Respect to your wife.
Hey man, what the fuck?
No, it's just respect. Respect to your wife. Just
what are you trying to say, bro?
No, just congrats on the blowjob. Because in that age, you go trick or treating with, you show her a little bit of, hey, like, I'm too old and cool for this shit. And then she's like, no, but I really want to. And then you're like, haha, all right, babe, let's get it. You do it, BJ.
Yeah, it didn't go that way. I just went home afterwards. But no, yeah,
so that counts.
Yeah, it worked out. But no, it was that shit was lame as fuck. Which I always liked Halloween. It was probably my favorite holiday growing up until that point where I was like, I don't want to really do this anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad we were able to share some of our exciting Halloween adventures. If you could go trick-or-treating right now, though, would you?
If I could go right now?
Like, I mean, not right now, but like this Halloween, like, and if it wasn't weird for adults to trick-or-treat, would you do it?
Probably not.
Really?
TBH. Yeah, no, I definitely, I like, at this point, I definitely prefer, like, I really like handing out candy, and like seeing costumes and stuff. I do enjoy that.
Oh, okay.
Where I live, that doesn't really happen. But no, yeah, like, I just haven't had that want to do it. And maybe it's because my knees don't work right anymore. But
that's because of the aforementioned interest in basketball. I went ahead and took away any aspirations for trick-or-treating professionally.
Yeah. And yeah, I'd rather just sit at home and, in instances where I can hand out candy to kids, I'll do that. But like, I just like watching movies and chilling, and that's how I like to spend my Halloweens. Unless there's a party, of course. I will go to a Halloween party.
It's a Halloween party.
Exactly. I went to one this past weekend, in fact, and it was a decent time, but
adequate.
Yeah, I had to drive 2+ hours to get there, but it was fine. It was cool.
That's not fun, then.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was good. Good friends, right? Good friends. some drinks.
With 2 hours away? Fuck all that.
Taco bar, bro.
No.
Well, that's where I went to college. You know, it's not nothing crazy.
You went back to the old stomping grounds, the old college floors?
Yeah, man.
Nice. Can you go ahead and what college is that?
Huh?
What college?
What's the?
Say it.
What's the? I went to educationconnection.com.
Get connected for free. Isn't that all online? You go to see your friends from that shit?
It's not even online. It's literally just a website that helps you pick a college.
Oh, really? You can get connected for free. The Education Connection. Everyone heard it here first. Also, tell you what. Hey, Education Connection. If you want to hit us up with a sponsor deal, I will sing that full fucking song from heart. I won't even look it up on like the internet. I will sing the song for you guys if you pay me.
That's not a fucking joke.
$20 or something.
We'll put we can get this podcast put on daytime TV.
Yes.
In between Springer and Maury, and we'll get hella ad revenue from them.
I saw it in between Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Zoom on PBS Kids, I think.
Dude.
38 The Spot.
I think did we reference Zoom the last time I saw you? Did that already?
No way.
I'm almost certain we did.
I don't think so.
Maybe you were definitely in the room, but I definitely referenced Zoom the last time I saw you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm glad you're able to do these fun, exciting Halloween ventures, like had a little party. It's officially Halloween, so I hope you enjoyed the last week you had of this October.
Yeah, dude, it was good. Except for the snow. The snow's shitty.
The snow at the beginning of the week was an interesting twist. But hey, ever seen Krampus? Huh?
No.
Oh, it's just Krampus.
Just Krampus.
We need to watch. We need to watch Halloween 2018. We need to go ahead and watch that. Still haven't done that.
We haven't done it, and now we have to wait till next year.
We have a whole week.
No, man, you said it's the end of the week.
Ah, shit. All right, tell you what, this is a.
No, it hasn't dropped yet. We got a whole week of shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying is like, listen, listeners. Here's the deal. On the next podcast, you're gonna hear if we watched Halloween 2018 together. Aren't you excited for that? Ah.
And that's what we call in the business a tease.
A little tease. Alrighty, Craig. Tell me more about this tease.
Yeah, no.
Dick. But no, we have a week, so hopefully everyone else enjoyed their last week of October. It is the greatest month of all time, and Halloween is the greatest holiday of all time. So I genuinely hope that you all had a safe, fun adventure out there.
Here's something that I want to talk about, and I don't know. Maybe we've already talked about this.
Okay.
Here's what is so fun. I know I've already attacked fall personally.
Okay.
But where is the fun in a pumpkin patch?
Oh. Close your eyes, Craig, my boy. Close them.
They're closed.
All right.
I'm here for it.
Picture it. You, me, your wife, my girlfriend, maybe a few other friends. We're driving up. Okay? You are driving currently, and your eyes are closed. Open your fucking eyes! Oh, we're crashing! Just kidding. Keep your eyes fucking closed. Alright, so we pull up to the pumpkin patch. We get out of the car. Our feet touch a parking lot that's not technically supposed to be a parking lot. It's literally just a big old patch of dirt and grass that's a little moist from probably just like the air, the coolness. It's just like a little bit muddy, but not too muddy. And so you get out, you start walking towards the functions. All right, maybe they have a shop. Maybe there's a shop full of cider donuts, pumpkin spice donuts and cider and all these fun stuff, right? So that's your first hit. You go grab your little snackies, delicious cinnamon-filled, cider-filled, spiced-filled desserts and treats, and you get that, and you start nibbling and sipping on that hot cocoa / hot cider. You're getting warmed up, and the nice cool breeze hits you and your friends on the face as laughter fills the air because you're just having a good time. It doesn't even have to be doing anything. You're just standing there, and you're just like, it smells crispy in the air. It smells beautiful. You smell the cider and the apples and the pumpkins. You smell everything hit your nostrils. Your friends smell it, so you're immediately filled with joy. And so as you're filled with joy, everything becomes funny. You guys are cracking jokes. You guys are just hanging out, goofing, relaxing like one does. Alright, and then you make your way, you navigate yourself to the pumpkin patch. You're still carrying this entertainment and these drinks and snacks with you. You're just finishing them up, but you're still holding them. So you're looking around this pumpkin patch. As far as your eye can see, little orange circles just sprouting out of the fucking ground. That's God's miracle. You're witnessing God's miracle. You look around, and just like human nature, there is no such thing as a similar pumpkin. I mean, there could be similar pumpkins. There's no such thing as an identical pumpkin. So you never know what you're going to run into. And you could be like, oh, that's a beautiful pumpkin. But then after you take a sip of your nice hot cider, you look over and you see another pumpkin that you think is even prettier than the last. You never ever stop. And eventually, you and your friends are still laughing. Like maybe you have a contest, like, oh, I'm going to go get the best pumpkin over here, or I'm going to get this one. And then you all meet together and you show each other the pumpkins like, Craig, your pumpkin looks like shit. And then you just start laughing again and having a good old time. And then what you do is you go and pay for those pumpkins, which I'll admit is fucking outrageous. Whoever buy one pumpkin, but like, let's be honest, pumpkin patches, they charge too much. But anyway, so let's say you're rich, and we buy the pumpkins, right? So we had our cider, we had our enjoyment, we had a good time. Now there could be other festivities, there could be a corn maze. Every time I've been to one, there's a corn maze. Go through that. That's a blast every single time. You're laughing, and now you're in a theatric of, oh no, we're lost in a maze, but we're still laughing and having a good time. So you do that, right? You can do any of these things. And then eventually you get back in the car. You're a little bummed that you're leaving, but the sun's starting to settle a little bit. You get home though. It's like 8 p.m. You got your pumpkins. You're filled up on giddy joy and cider and all this other stuff. You maybe you even have some cider or hot cocoa waiting for you at home. You go ahead and turn on something spooky. Maybe even just turn on some ambient music, some spooky ambient music. You go ahead and get your friends in a circle, put some newspapers on the floor. You take some knives and you start slashing and dashing through those. You're slicing these pumpkins apart, making those beautiful, intricate art pieces you possibly can. You don't show anyone yet, though. You whip out the goop from internally. You fucking bite it. You eat the fucking goop from the pumpkin. You gnaw on it, and then you throw that up. Come back, finish the art of the pumpkin, and then you show your friends, and you just have a little little laughter party, and that's the true essence of a nice day out on a pumpkin patch.
Okay. What was the fun part?
Basically, the part where I was slicing and dicing through the pumpkin, and I was imagining it was Craig.
Oh, cool. So the part where you're not at the pumpkin patch is the fun part? Is that what you said?
No.
Is that what you were getting at? Is that it's not? It's not fun.
The fun part was the laughter and drinking and the eating at the pumpkin patch.
But like, okay.
It's the atmosphere. Fun is an interesting word, because fun means like I think you're taking it fun as in like, that was a blast, like, ooh, yeah. But I mean more fun like, you're entertained, like you're in a joyous area of your life. Like it smells good, it tastes good, you're with good people that makes it fun. Like the whole atmosphere is just in general fun, but it's not like a fun function. Like you're not like you're not playing skee ball. Even though some last one I went to had skee ball.
Ditto. Okay, so are you? And I want you to correct me if you think if I'm overstepping or if I'm wrong.
I will.
Are you sure that maybe it's not just a reason to go stand in front of pumpkins and take like a couple Instagram pictures and have a good and then like go home?
I argue. Let me ask you this, Craig. Is that not what life is?
No, I mean, I guess, man. See, now it's just a deep question.
No, think about it.
Not for me.
No,
but
what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, let me say it like this. First of all, Instagram or posts, whatever, get that out of the picture, okay? But life is a series of going and standing in front of things and then going home. That's like everything.
again,
Movie theater, same. You're sitting, but the same concept. You can go to, I don't know, fucking go to the mall and don't buy anything, doing the same thing, but you're walking. You can do, and then that's people are like, oh, I love going to the mall, even if I don't buy anything. It's just fun. Why? Everything is just atmosphere. That's all life is.
I think, well, ideally, you're still, even if you're at the mall and you don't plan on buying anything, you're still looking to buy something.
You're looking at pumpkins. You're looking at different pumpkins. I made that very clear.
Yeah, man. But like in the end, yeah, and you're right. Pumpkins are not identical, but them bitches the same.
Oh, here we go.
They're the same. They're both, one might have some warts. One might be a little fatter. One might be a little longer. But they the same.
Are you the type of motherfucker that'll walk into Aeropostale, walk out, go to fucking Abercrombie and Fitch, walk out, go to fucking Hollister? That's just the exact same, Craig.
No, that's why I don't do that.
Well, okay. You go to Finish Line first, and then do you go right over to fucking Famous or Foot Locker or whatever the fuck it's called?
I order all my shoes online.
Okay, so I'm just saying, everything is the fucking same. Attention is so fucking fickle, so why not go back to a naturistic thing where you're with your friends and smelling it and looking at the same time and making a contest out of it even to where it's fun. You can make games out of it.
And I just want to get you heated about pumpkins is all.
I hate pumpkins. I need to find out like I fucking just like hate pumpkins, the smell of it. I just hate it all.
Yeah, no, I just want to get you riled up. It's all. I'm
fucking riled now, bro.
I just want to shit on the things you love.
You got me.
No, the last place we went to was fine, but it was also a winery.
That doesn't count.
I mean,
that's nothing like that. No.
There was pumpkins.
Oh.
I mean, you didn't go to that part, but
yeah, I didn't enjoy that part, but oh well.
But no, the part I went to had pumpkins, and I got drunk, so that was fine.
That's part of the fun then.
Yeah, I'd say the main fun part was not the pumpkins, though.
I hate you.
Bro.
Why do you go? You know what? I thought you'd be all aboard pumpkins because guess what? They look like basketballs, and your fucking whole fucking life is basketball.
Man, they don't look. I think the problem is they don't look enough like basketballs.
What else? Okay, what are you into that's not basketball then?
No, this is a fall Halloween episode of podcast. We're not going to insult my likes now.
Hey, tell you what.
I mean, we're already the only podcast out there that
two boys,
two straight white men,
yep,
talking just on a podcast. That's it. Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, normally we have structure, but this particular episode we had a special because it's just Halloween. Like, we don't need to just go into all the details of a story. Like, you don't want to hear a story right now. You just want to hear us blab on about some dumbass fucking Zorro looking ass kids, fucking pumpkin patch hating conversation.
Facts.
That's all you
want. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna tell a story.
Is it scary? Are we doing the scary segment? Because I do have a segment prepared for us.
Yeah, if you want to, if we want to jump into it, unless you have anything else you want to jump onto.
I don't think so. Is what you were about to say a scary story?
I mean, it's the only other scary story I've ever had in my life.
Okay. Well, then I think it's time to officially go into a dark place. I know we had some laughs. I know we had some gasps. But now, get ready for tears of blood.
We just start playing Bullet for My Valentine on level 10. So, this is... I was with some friends. I was probably with like 5 or 6 friends. And we went to a house. We were at one of my friend's house, and then we were talking about it, and we were like, we're gonna go to this house for we'll call her Jenny's house. Jenny died in a car accident, I believe, several years before that, and
Rest in
her
peace,
house
Jenny.
has just been abandoned basically for the entire time since, just because like the children, husband, they moved out, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And we went there, and she didn't die in the house or anything. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a car accident. So there wasn't there wasn't any real reason, but it was around this time, and we wanted like a spooky atmosphere, I guess. Even though it's also super disrespectful. But so we went there, and it was not a windy night whatsoever, but just dark, kind of chilly, no wind whatsoever.
Okay.
But we go into the house, and there's like a table that's like collapsed, like the legs have just fallen, like due to pressure or something that just came out from underneath it. And on the floor, and like on top of this table, but on the floor, are like these just creepy looking drawings. And it's mostly just creepy because they're dirty, but like it's like from the daughter. She had drawn them when she was like 5 or 6 or something like that, and they were still on the table and just laying there.
Oh.
And it was so creepy. And all of us were in the building with it, like we all could see each other. Nothing crazy. And then we just hear this freaking slam, like an absolute freaking crash of a window, like a shutter window from a barn or something like that. It just crashed.
Can you onomatopoeia that?
Can I onomatopoeia? Like, you want me to do the sound word?
Can you do the sound word?
It was like crash.
Oh shit! Okay, that scared me.
Yeah, it was pretty spooky. And so there's a freaking window. It's just like it just goes slam shut, and it stays there. And we're like I said, I can see every motherfucker. Like I can see every single person that I am there with.
All heads are accounted for.
I had no joke. I'm like, what in the fuck? And then we get a slight wind because like this house, like the door's open, like the house windows are open, so we can still feel that there's no wind. But we get a slight wind, and it's like nothing strong. Like this is not a strong wind, and it opens and shuts like 4 more times. And I was like, what in the fuck? And so we just hightailed it. I personally ran. I don't know how quickly everyone else followed me, but I ran to my car. I drove, so I ran to my car. I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the car right now.
Hell yeah, you're an athlete, cuz you can run.
Yeah, I'm an athlete, cuz. So I ran, and eventually everyone followed me. We got in the car, and we drove home. And then when we got there, these dumb motherfuckers were like, you want to play with a Ouija board?
Oh, hell yeah.
I said, listen. No, I do not want to play with a Ouija board.
Oh,
no.
Don't be a bitch.
It's a no from me, dog.
Why didn't you go back to the house with the Ouija board and talk to the spirit that was trying to get your attention?
That's what they wanted to do, man. See, here's what is a spirit gonna say to me?
He's like, hey, just finally someone to talk to. How's it going?
No, nothing interesting.
Pretty lonely in here.
They have nothing interesting to say at this point.
It's everything. I would argue to say that literally anything a phantom would tell you is interesting.
They're just gonna be like, "Hey, so you voting for Trump or what's going on?"
They don't know.
Like,
anything.
Oh man.
They'd be like, "Are you voting for James Polk?" I mean, it's ghosts.
Yeah. Is Stonewall Jackson still
is that relevant?
In charge of the army? And I'm like, "Oh no, actually, he's been dead for a long time." And then Stonewall Jackson shows up. But no, I absolutely said swipe left on the fucking Ouija board. I don't care if you could buy these bitches at Target. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I respect your decision. I'm glad that you didn't go the route that you didn't want to go down to. You didn't feel pressured to do so.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's pretty easy to be nice.
Fuck you.
I'm like, like if you had an interest in something as well, I would also accommodate you that way too. I'd be like, oh, that's super cool. I'm really glad you shared that with me.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay. No, that's pretty spooky. You literally saw some paranormal activity.
Yeah, some would argue that I did. And no, and it was, like I said, it's super creepy because no wind, man. Not a single, like, when that first thing hit, it was still as can be. It was just a cold day, nothing crazy, and I wanted to shit myself.
Did you?
No, I didn't. I kept it clean, but I was like, I wouldn't have been shocked if I did. I'd have been like, yeah, of course I shit myself. But
The ghost didn't even fucking make you poop your pants.
not even a little bit pussy ass ghost.
Alright. Well, cool. Let me tell you a story.
No. No, just kidding.
I'm just like, and that'll do for today. Thank you for joining us. Alright, so a lot of my stories from my past take place at my grandmother's house. So I do have plenty, but maybe I'll save them for next Halloween. Or maybe if someday we're just feeling spooky, I'll tell you them then. But I'll tell you a few just off the top of my dome. So number one, picture this. It is New Year's Eve. I don't know what year it's about to be, but New Year's Eve when I was a boy, my grandma always hosts this raging fucking party, which all our family come through. We're just like, we're playing cranium and shit, skip bow, and so we're enjoying it, having a good time. Now her house is haunted as fuck. All right, and basically my uncle was like, all right, well I'm gonna cash on out. I'll catch you boys on the flip side. And I was like, all right, tight, uncle. And then he leaves, and then we're all throwing our rager still. We're like pretty deep into some Scrabble. And then he comes back in. He's like, guys, I think you need to come out and look at this. And I was like, what? Look at what? And we walk outside. He walks us over to just like the wall, just a wall outside. Like outside the door, you like walk along the wall. And this house has a basement in it. And you know what a window well is?
Mm-hmm.
Where the window comes out from the basement, there was a footprint. A literal footprint. And the footprint was outlined by dead grass. Like it was like I don't know how to describe it besides imagine a plane of grass and there's this one yellow footprint in it, and that yellow footprint is just dead grass. And then there's more. We follow it. There's a literal trail. A trail that goes nowhere. There's like steps, very cognitive, obvious looking steps. And they go about, I'd say, 20 feet away from the house. And they're going away from the house. They're not going towards it. And we all looked at that. And we never knew how to explain that. It was really weird.
That is really weird shit.
That's really all it was.
That shit's spooky, bro. That shit always, I don't like that.
You don't like yeah.
I don't like that, man.
We didn't know what that meant. We were like, what the fuck? I've never seen something like that. That's dead grass. That means it took organic life away.
Yeah, no, that's it took organic life away.
So,
That's a good way to. I just like the way you put that. It took organic life away.
Thank you.
Like it murdered the grass.
Yeah.
That shit. No, that shit. Is scary.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I have friends that tell me like shit all the time. Where like, oh man, I was in my bedroom and I saw this like shadow, and the shadow looked like it had a gun and like stuff like that.
What? You're just gonna rob my guy.
Well, yeah, but I did have a. This is I'm literally remembering this. But I did have a time where I stayed at my dad's house, and I was having this fucking crazy dream about like I don't remember, like there was like a knock at the like my I was on an air mattress, and then there was like knocking at the window, and so I was like had this crazy dream that someone was like outside the window.
That's fun.
And yeah, and I don't remember. I'm trying to think of what happened when I woke up, but I was so fucking freaked out. I don't know if I like saw somebody or if I like saw like a handprint or something, but it legitimately like, oh man, I'm trying to remember what this shit was. But it was really freaky. I just remember being really freaked out about it. I don't know the ending detail, but I remember I was having this dream and then I woke up and was like, oh shit, no, something was happening and I don't know what it was.
Oh no. That's like one of those things where like reality meets like the dream state, and none of that. I hate all that shit. That freaks me out.
Yeah, I didn't want any part of that. I was like, I'm never coming back here. And luckily he has moved since. But Yeah, no, I don't. Oh man, what the fuck happened? And my wife remember, like, she was there for this too, and was having like, and the reason I think maybe the reason it freaked me out is she was also having a dream kind of like that.
Yeah, that's even worse.
But we still like felt something weird about the window when we woke up, and it was super uncomfortable. But yeah,
all ghosts are energy, right? So if you feel something, whether that be a feeling or like a reaction, even a chemical reaction in your brain, it could be a ghost, a phantom.
Freddy fucking Krueger, bro.
FK, bro. Okay.
Goat shit.
All right, I got another story. This is a popular one amongst my peers. So I'm gonna tell you the story about a place called Child's Play. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Perhaps since you're a local, you might have heard of it, but
I sure have.
Basically, the lore goes as such. There is a graveyard in a town nearby where we lived, and the graveyard was called Child's Play. And the reason it was called Child's Play was because a whole bunch of fucking polio victim children are buried there. So a bunch of kids are there. There is one old woman that's buried there as well, and she was said to be the caretaker of a lot of these children, or something like that. Maybe a nanny. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the lore. That's the story. And so, legend has it that you take your car, you drive it into the cemetery. And this is a teardrop cemetery. So you drive in, driveway, you get all the way around to the top where the graveyards are, or where the gravestones are, and then you park your car, you turn it off, and you take baby powder and put it all over your car or your vehicle. And then you get back in your car, and then you wait until you hear a thud. You hear a noise on your car, like a and that's when you're supposed to turn your car on and drive away. Okay? When you get home, or when you park away from the graveyard or whatever, you're supposed to get out and look at your car, and there's supposed to be children's handprints on your vehicle. Okay? So that's the story. That's the legend. My friends and I were like, let's go check it out.
That sounds really fun.
That sounds so fucking fun, bro. So what we do is we get in my friend's car. I'm driving though. So we get in my friend's car, we clean that bitch. It's nice and clean, so there's no foolery. There's no jokes to be had. We're trying to get some research done out here. So what we do is we drive down to the Child's Play. And let me start by saying that the way to get to Child's Play is this one gravel, windy ass road that leads into this gated, scary fucking graveyard. And this is at night, of course. So we drive into the graveyard. And it's like I said, it's a big gate, but the gate was open. And so we drive in. I get about 10 feet, and I hear like a under my car. I stop the vehicle. I wait. The car is silent. There is no noise. I am very confused of what the sound is. We're all confused of what the sound is, but there's about 4 of us in this vehicle, and there is not a single noise. We were all just waiting. We're pitch black. There's nothing. And then I'll explain my account of what happens. We're sitting there after the noise happens, after the weird, scrapey kind of noise. And what I feel is the most unsettling, all eyes are on us kind of feel. Like, we are not supposed to be in there kind of vibe. I feel like we're being watched. I just felt like unwelcomed. And so I'm just sitting there, I'm starting to feel really uneasy. I heard that noise on the car, and I was like, if anything, that's just bad that like the car could have scraped against the bottom of something, and like we could be like stuck here. That would be horrible. So it's pitch black. I feel that uneasy feeling. My chest starts to sink a little bit. Like, I'm feeling really weird and like scared. All my friends that are in the vehicle, I don't hear any of them. Like, I'm either blacked out or I don't know. It was weird. And then out of nowhere, the quietest friend I had in the group, like, it's just a young lady. She doesn't ever speak that much, but she literally, in the darkest voice I've ever heard her fucking say, she was like, "You gotta get out of here." It wasn't that bad, but it literally was like, "We gotta get out of here." Like, I don't know how to describe it besides, like, her voice just hit 5 octaves lower than ever. And so I literally am like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So I put it in reverse, and we didn't even get 10 feet in, but I put it in reverse, and I go back out through the gate. But get this, there's no noise coming from the bottom of the car this time. So there's no way it could have been like a branch underneath us. There's no way it could have been angles of the car. Like if it was a low car, it hits like a hill that happened to hit us, because there was no noise on the way out. And so of course we drive out. We're feeling weird. We get about a mile, 2 miles away, and I stop the car, and I pull over. We stop the car, and we're all just like, we've been silent that whole time, and we're just like, what the fuck was that? And apparently everyone felt the exact same way, like darkness overwhelming. We didn't know what to fucking do or say or feel. We didn't know what, like, we all felt that exact same unwelcome feeling. And my friend that said we have to get out of here, she was like, yeah, it was crazy. And so we were all like, what made you say, like, get out of here? Like, why did you say that? And she was like, what are you talking about? And we were like, you literally, like, fucking, I don't even, you literally, like, Hulk Hogan, we gotta get out of here. Like,
hey, brother, we gotta get out of here.
She was like, I do not think so. And we were like, are you fucking kidding me? You did that, like, 2 minutes ago. And she's like, I don't think I did that. And so
wait, so she didn't, she's like, I didn't speak, or she didn't think her voice was that low?
She didn't speak. She was like, I don't know.
Oh, so she doesn't think she spoke. Oh my fucking God.
I was like, did you think someone else said that? And she was like, I don't remember anyone saying, I just remember you driving away. And so I was like, oh my God. And so out of curiosity, we didn't put baby powder on our car. Obviously we got 5 feet in the gates, but we did, like I said, drive down this really windy gravel road, and so there's dust on the car. And so I was like, okay, so maybe we should look around and see if we got any traction on some handprints, because that, you know, something happened in there. And so we're looking around on the vehicle, and I don't see anything. I have lights on and everything. We have our flashlights on, and we're scouting the car, and there's just no handprints. And so we're just like, okay, so there's no handprints, so we can't really go back and tell anyone this epic story, because, I mean, it's just a feeling, I guess. So me, being an excellent storyteller, I slap my hand down on the back windshield. I'm like, and actually I don't drag it. I literally just go thump, and I put my hand on the back windshield, and I'm like, all right, when we go back, let's tell everyone that this wasn't there, because they knew we cleaned our car. And when I say they, I'm saying we're still in college, so we had a lot of friends that knew we were going on this trip, so we wanted to come back with some cool stories. And so I put my handprint on there, and we're driving back. Okay, it's about 45 minutes away, so we're still driving, and then out of nowhere, like I said, I'm the driver. Out of nowhere, my friend is like, "What is that?" And then I look up, and I see my handprint, right, because it's in the back windshield. And I'm like, "Oh, okay. What is she talking about?" And then she screams, and I'm like, "What the?" I'm driving, so I'm actually scared at this moment. I'm like, "Uh-oh, what are you talking about?" And there was a car behind us with its lights shining through the windshield. Okay? And with this newfound light source, right next to my handprint was a second handprint. And this was a small handprint. And this handprint was upside down. And this handprint drug like across the top of the vehicle, as if, let's just say, there was a person on top of your car, they smack your back windshield and slide their hand up it. And my friend starts screaming. And I am literally, through my rear view mirror, just looking at this handprint that was inches away from my handprint that I put on the car. And I'm just staring at it. Friend's screaming. I'm freaking out. I'm not screaming. I had to drive all the way home looking at that fucking handprint. We get to like a gas station or somewhere, and I take a picture immediately. And I have that on my phone. I have that picture on my phone. Maybe someday I will put that on a platform that you, the audience, can see it. I will maybe do that. Craig, I'll show you at some point.
I'm gonna say, I gotta know. I got to know.
Yeah, because this is no joke. I'm not joking. We cleaned it. We did all these steps. Everything is in order. And that handprint should not have been there. And because the thing is, I was full-blown ready to lie. Like, I'll admit it. I was full-blown ready to be like, yeah, we found it. But it would have been one of those things where I'd have been like, I probably would have admitted it later. I'd have been like, yeah, that's my handprint, whatever. But no, we came back and I'm like, I was going to lie to you guys, but this handprint literally is here. And like, that happened. And then we told them the feelings that we all had, like the weird feeling. We told everyone that our friend literally spoke and didn't remember speaking. And the feeling was so negative and bad that we all vowed to never go back.
Yeah, no, I would hope so. I would
Yeah.
absolutely hope so.
Yeah, so and
Jesus
that's the whole
Christ.
story from that one. But that one was ever since then. I've kind of slowed down my ghost huntery kind of things in a way. Like I've still dabble here and there, but definitely not like I want to go here and do this. I mean, I do, but I've slowed down a lot.
Yeah, no, dog. It's the two like times that I've like done stuff like that, were like within the same year, and so I was just pretty like, yeah, I'm out. I'm completely out on this
Yeah.
shit. It's not worth it. It's
not worth
legitimately not worth it.
Well, think about it. It's worth a story. I mean, I might have gotten scared shitless and think about it every night to go to sleep to, but I can tell you about it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, that's a good way. That's a good way to look at it. That's the absolute correct way.
Exactly. But yeah, that was a very spooky tale that I've witnessed personally, and to this day I have no explanation, have no reason, no rhyme for that happening. So.
That's pretty spooky, though. I didn't like that. Yeah, the best part is definitely I didn't say a word. And then it's like, man, she could be lying, but at the same time, like, damn.
No, exactly. Like, and that's the thing. She's already quiet in general, and just so the fact that she was like the first one to say it in the first place kind of threw us off guard. I mean, it's not unlikely, but I mean, it's not impossible, but it's kind of unlikely, I guess. Because you know me, like I'm outspoken, and if I'm like, guys, fuck this, I probably would have tried to joke around, but for some reason I couldn't joke, couldn't speak. Like I was like, no, I can't do it. I don't know. I just had to feel there and sit in the ink. And then my friend is also very outgoing and outspoken, but the quietest one was able to muster out, "We got to get out of here." Like that was her verbiage. We got to get out of here, or we have to get out of here. It was something like that. And yeah, the fact that she denied saying that is even weirder because she's. I mean, like, why would you deny saying that? For the sake of the story, maybe? But like, she's not really like that.
Right. No, yeah. That's the shit that, like, gets you.
Yeah.
Is because, like, she has zero reason whatsoever
You're right.
to say anything.
No motive. Yeah, no motive at all. But it's just like. So anyway, yeah. I mean, I guess we have to take her word for that she just didn't. She doesn't recall saying that, but that's what she claims. And so I mean, I believe her because I felt very, very weird. Like if we drove off and they were like, Andrew, you were just like yelling at us we have to get out of here, I would have freaked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have been like, I was? Because it was weird. It wasn't like I passed out, but like in a weird way, like I was in a trance-like state. And so did my friends.
Yeah,
very weird.
Fuck all that.
You want to go right now? Bro, vlog, you, me.
Dude, pick me up right now.
We're going to go vlog this. We'll put it on the podcast channel on YouTube. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we talked about this in the previous episode, but there's gonna be a YouTube. We're gonna have a YouTube channel put up where we'll be able to find all of our episodes on here. It's just you guys just didn't get to hear that because unusable audio. But yeah, it's almost ready. It is ready. I'm just getting all the videos finished up.
There we go. Good.
And then I'll just post them all at once, and fucking you guys can jump in there and just listen again.
Yeah. Maybe I can throw the picture in the YouTube at that time I mentioned it of the hand.
Yeah.
I might even just
see.
Yeah. Or should I tweet it? Or should I save it for the YouTubes?
I think we'll do both. We'll just do both.
We'll hit them both. I'm gonna tweet the picture on our channels, Twitter, and then to get context of it, you'll have to listen to this exact podcast episode.
Or else
I'll send the Child's Play on you.
Facts. No, yeah. Did you have any other spooky things happen to you? Do you got anything
honestly
juicy?
I have honestly, yeah, I do have several other stories. I think the Child's Play one is by far the scariest one that I have. So honestly, I might just kind of save the rest for like a later conversation. I mean, I have a few, but I don't want to. They pale in comparison to Child's Play. So
well, that's exciting.
So perhaps I'll save them for like we're just doing a little spooky campfire story someday. I'll tell it then.
We can. No, I'll tell you later.
What?
No, I'll tell you later. But that's what we call in the business a tease right there. That's another tease. We're just doing it.
Tease.
But no, yeah. How long have we been running here?
An hour and 17 minutes. That's actually probably wrap up time.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. So yeah, that is gonna wrap us up for freaking the month of October, which of course the theme was spooky, so spooky stories and stuff like that. Rolling into November.
Yeah. We hope you guys. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed some scary tales. I hope you guys enjoyed some scary frights, some gasps, some ghouls. I hope you guys had some fucking nightmares. Legitimately, you woke up at like 4 a.m. and you were like in a deep sweat and you're like, like one of those kind of nights because of us. And we hope your Halloween was amazing and you had a good time. But now it's November.
Absolutely. No, on Halloween, get just real drunk.
Yep.
Watch some scary movies.
Which is
have
today.
A good time.
Yep.
Yeah, it is currently Halloween. If you're not drunk listening to the podcast, we're disappointed in you. Unless you don't like drinking, in which case that's perfectly fine. You don't have to drink.
Exactly.
But as we roll out here, we're going to go into November, so new topic, new things.
New theme November.
We're freaking, and obviously we'll probably do something Thanksgiving themed at some point.
Right.
But the main theme going into November.
I don't know what this is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hear from Craig's mind, the new theme. I have no idea.
We're going to do conspiracy theories.
Oh, shit. Conspiracy theories. That's cool, because that could urge on the side of creepy as well.
Yeah, we can still get a little spooky in there. We can get a little creepy. So yeah, we're going to... I think we're going to try... I'm sure we'll focus on some very popular ones, but I'm hoping we can come up with some ones that maybe are a little lesser known, something a little eerie.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll focus on some more front and center ones also.
Flat Earth, here we come.
Dude, I was literally I'm guaranteeing right now episode 1 is Flat Earth.
If you're gonna do Flat Earth, buddy, you gotta cover it. You have to take both sides. You can't just say.
Yeah. Well, and what I was thinking is like with Flat Earth, anyways, just like that one specifically, because there's a few others that I think are quicker and that we wouldn't have to focus a lot of time.
Yeah.
But like that one's such a weird one because there's so many people that like believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I bet I could get it into a half hour. I'll just have to play with it. But like I want to talk about like celebrities that like that like think the Earth is like, they just think the Earth is flat, like a bunch of crazy people. But
dude, find me some stories, find me some facts, and we'll going.
Oh, right, I've got facts.
All right, so back to the podcast. All right, so yeah, that sounds awesome. Conspiracy theories. That'll be a fun one. I have a few that I'm very interested in, and I would love to do research on them to tell you, the beautiful audience.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put our fucking tinfoil hats on. We're gonna sit in our fucking mom's basement.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna fucking research. It's gonna be websites made by some dude who literally wears a tinfoil hat and literally lives in his mom's basement.
Do you like neckbeards? Because that's what we're gonna consult for this theme.
Yeah, it's going to be a website that was made by one guy and has 2 views. That's how hardcore we're going to get into.
We're getting... Holy shit. You know that motherfucker knows some things.
Yeah, we're going to go hard.
Cool.
We'll try and bring as much like credibility and stuff like that to each topic that is covered. We're not, and obviously we'll try and we're going to try and sway away from anything like that's super controversial. Nothing that's going to hopefully not offend anybody, but try and keep it lighthearted, try and keep it fun, but we're going to try and also keep it credible. Make sure we're not like dismissing it also, I guess. I don't know.
We're going to be completely unbiased, and we're just going to teach you what we need to teach you.
But I am going to, this is what we call the opposite of a tease. The Earth is round.
So an opposite of a tease is what we like to call factual?
Yeah, the Earth is round. But I still am fascinated by all of it.
Hey, man. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what you bring to the table. I'm excited to go do my own research. So I hope you guys, as the audience, are also excited.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, other than that, like I said, YouTube channels coming up soon. You'll be able to find all of our episodes on there. Follow us on Twitter @stories_boys. And in the bio, you can find both of our Twitter handles as well if you'd like to follow us individually. And yeah, that's it.
Wow. No, that was a classic 5-star quality assurance podcast right there, if I've ever heard one.
And that's another thing. We're on Apple Podcasts now, and you can go there and you can rate us and review us, and we would greatly appreciate that as well.
Yeah, honestly, if you would take that time out of your day, then that's how we hit those charts. And once we hit those charts, then you can start paying us with your own pocket money. And then when you start paying us with your own pocketed money, then we can actually give you good quality audios files.
It'll happen. Yeah, we'll be able to not sound like shit.
Yeah.
For like the first hour before we actually press the record button.
Right. Don't you guys want that? Don't you want to make our lives easier so we can crank out these beautiful episodes for you? Don't you?
I don't hear anybody say anything.
Don't you? Don't you? Please give me money.
Please.
It's all I have, man.
I have a family.
He has a family. All right, well, we've already plugged our Twitter. We've already plugged our YouTube. We've already plugged your mom's ass. Fuck, bro. Craig. But, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your dogs. We hope you have a fantastic Halloween the rest of your night. Hopefully you were listening to this podcast on your way to a friend's party, and then you're like, you get to the party and you literally throw up in the fucking toilet because you were so fucking scared. And then, then your friends are like, oh no, what happened to you? Why are you throwing up? And you're just like, have you guys ever heard of Stories with the Boys podcast? And they're going to be like, oh my god, yes I have. Did they release a new episode? And then you're going to be like, I did. They did release a new episode. It was spooky. And then they're going to be like, oh shit. And then you all play it on different Spotify apps with different phones so we get more views. And you play it at the same time though. And so you guys enjoy it together and you all get scared. And then that's your entire Halloween experience.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, obviously it's already Halloween as you're listening to this, but that's what I'm doing. I am listening to our podcast right now because there is no better form of entertainment. If I'm being completely honest,
I can't even imagine. If you find another form of entertainment that's better than us, then that's the real fright.
No, yeah. If you find something better, please let me know.
Please, I would love to be entertained for once.
Yeah, I would. I would love to laugh once in my life.
All right, Craig. What is that?
Andrew. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I gotta call the police.
Hello.
Oh my god. Is that you, Andrew?
This is Andrew.
That's not convincing. Right?
Ha. Classic.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's you. That sounds like you. Okay,
Oral
cool.
B.
What happened to you there?
Needs to kill themselves.
What'd you? Oh, that's not usually how you. That's not usually how you try to take out Oral B.
Am I right? Pledge?
Pledge?
I mean, Craig.
I'm calling the police.
You better fucking kill you. I'll kill you right now.
Holy shit. All right, guys. If you want Andrew back on the podcast, you have to donate $1 million, so that way we can get the Spectre to give him back.
Yeah. $1 million.
That's that shit. That's that fucking desperate YouTuber shit where they're like,
Cause
hey man,
peril.
yeah, they're like, hey bro, in order for my girlfriend to come back from the dead, you have to give me 35,000 likes before midnight, or else she's gone forever.
It'll work too. We swear to God.
Yeah, and then yeah, she just comes back the next like video he does, and then everyone's like, oh my god, I did it, I brought her back, thank God.